Alright guys, so got another project that I gotta do. Okay, so I just did my headers. Okay, and a couple of weeks ago when I ordered the headers, uh, I wasn't really hearing that ticking sound coming from the engine. It wasn't like super noticeable. So right after I got the headers, right after I got them installed, got the engine started, man, I heard it. I mean, I heard it big time. So mainly I was hearing it from right in here in this area right here. I put my stethoscope down in here and I heard it really bad right in here. This is the driver's side valve cover right here. So I mean, like seriously, like when I turned the engine on, I was like, man, why is it so? Why? I let it idle for a little bit. I was like, why does it sound like that? It sounds like a diesel engine. And that's what it comes out. That's what I heard. So this side over here, this is the passenger side, and I put my stethoscope to the passenger side, and I heard very little of that ticking sound, very little of that weird diesel engine type of sound. Um, so that tells me that there's probably something going on with the valves on the driver's side, and particularly with the rocker arms. Okay, so a couple of days ago, I ordered a set of rocker arms, roller followers from Ford Performance, and I ordered them from Late Model Restoration. And guess what? 2 days before Christmas, I ordered these from Late Model Restoration. 2 days before Christmas. So I think it was on the 22nd I ordered them. On the 23rd, they arrived. It's. I guess it's not that crazy considering I live in Central Texas. LMR is in Waco, I think. But even then, it's just the fact that it arrived so fast. That's pretty amazing to me. So kudos to Late Model Restoration. Give a shout out to them for getting this thing here that quickly. It's Christmas today, so Merry Christmas. But I can get started on this project, as quickly as possible because of the fact that they sent this out so quickly and they got it to me as quickly as they did. So if not, I'd be pretty much SOL for the next like week because of the whole holidays things going on. So that being said, I did get them. I got them right here. Um, they have the new hole, so it's a tighter hole, so it squirts the oil with more pressure. All right. So the ones that were stock on there, they got a slightly larger hole, which doesn't allow for as much pressure. But these actually have that smaller hole that allows for higher pressure. So got those. I went ahead and started getting my lash adjusters soaking. So right now they're soaking in the oil. Okay. So I went ahead and started getting those ready so that way I can get them primed. So that way I can put them in. Okay. I don't know if any of you guys know, but I use Pennzoil full synthetic. Um, the Pennzoil Platinum. It is an expensive oil, but that's what I use. I mean, it's one of the best. In fact, one of the channels that I watch, I think his name is Project Farm. Uh, in his channel, he actually compared all of the oils, the major oils, and Pennzoil came out second only to Amsoil. And so Amsoil, I like Amsoil as well, but Amsoil is a little bit harder to find, a little bit more expensive, so I go with the Pennzoil. I haven't had any problems with the Pennzoil. I've been using Pennzoil for a long time. And for an engine like this that I run generally pretty tough, I'm pretty tough on this engine. I trust oil like Pennzoil. That being said, talking about how I take care of the engine, also one of the other people that I watch on YouTube, Fortec Make You Loco, who is the reason why I've keyed in on this sound that I have going on here. He mentioned that it doesn't matter what kind of oil you use on your engine. and how well you take care of the engine. After a period of time, after so long, those rocker arms, those followers will go bad eventually because they have bearings in them. So even then, even no matter how much you've taken care of it, eventually they will go bad because there's just so much pressure and there's just so much time that's spent under tension that eventually they go bad. So whoever had this car before me took really good care of the engine. Um, I could tell, based on driving it, based off of the fact that it's got no oil leaks, it's had no problems at all. Aside from this, and this has recently cropped up. This ticking sound has recently cropped up. But this car has 160, I think it has 164,000 miles on it right now. So this engine's got a lot of miles on it, and it's still going really strong. It just has to be, babied a little bit. It has to be fixed a little bit, but that's okay. That's not a problem. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get in here and start working on this. You can tell right here. That's the driver's side, so I'm gonna have to take off all these components and go ahead and pull out the valve cover. I've never pulled off the valve covers on this engine before, so I have no idea what to expect when I do it. Down there you can probably see my new headers that I picked up, that I put on. So this is new territory for me, in terms of working on the car and getting in there and doing the valve covers, because I've never done it before. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this. I'll try to dip in here a little bit with some videos to kind of explain certain things that I'm doing or certain things that I see that might give you guys some assistance when you do your job. Of course, I got my manual, and I got I go on YouTube and I check things out because I'm not naturally a mechanic. I'm just like I said before, I'm just a regular guy. So I'm gonna try to do what I can to help you guys out as well, because I get a lot of help from people on YouTube. So I'm gonna do what I can to help out a little bit too, and I'll post more as I go along. All right, and I hope you guys have a great Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next time. All right, guys. So I ran into another problem. Okay, so when I went to go use the spring compressor to take the rocker arms off, I was able to get the rocker arms off with the spring compressor. But I was not able to get the lash adjusters off with the camshaft in place. So of course I ended up having to take the camshaft off, which was something I absolutely did not want to do. But I went ahead and took them off, and but then after that, after I took the camshaft off, I was watching videos on YouTube, and they were talking about how the cam phaser can also cause ticking noises. So the cam phaser right there can also be an issue, or the VCT solenoid, or the tensioners. I mean, there's just so many different things that can cause the ticking sound that I've been hearing. So I'm like, well, right now, I mean, looking at the cam phaser, the cam phaser looks like it's okay. So I'm thinking maybe I'm just gonna go ahead and put everything back together again, and see how it goes from there. I do have the camshaft right over here, and you can tell it's in pretty good condition. I don't see any deep scoring or anything. There's a little bit right there, but I ran my fingers over it, and it's not like deep or anything. And everything else looks pretty good. So I went ahead and got some engine lube. So that way I can go ahead and put everything back together, make sure everything's nice and lubed up before I put everything back together. But that's what I'm looking at right now. So hopefully get everything back together, get it started up, and I'm hoping I won't hear that ticking sound anymore. If I don't, I'm good to go. If I do, I might have to go ahead and tear it apart again and get back in there again. And the bad part is that I bought new cam phaser bolts, so if I do end up having to get back in there again, I'm gonna have to take those cam phaser bolts out, which means I'm gonna have to buy new ones again. So yeah, so maybe it's just in my head, but I don't know. I pulled out the lifters. I pulled out the lash adjusters and the rocker arms that were in there, and they don't look horrible, but you never know. There could have been an issue with that would have been causing that ticking noise. So hopefully I'll be able to get it all figured out.